Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm talking about Love is Blind today. So, I'm a few days late with this review, um, but I wanted to just touch on it really, really quickly just to get my opinions out there. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments and subscribe if you want to. So, first things first is Jimmy and Chelsea. So I found it funny how like 5 minutes into the episode the relationship is over. I do appreciate Jimmy for telling her kind of early on. He didn't wait for the wedding day. He didn't wait for like his whole family and his friends to come. I quite appreciate that because why are we wasting like everyone's time if you know you're gonna say no? Um, and I feel like on Chelsea's point of view, she's had a lot of input from the internet. People have been quite mean. Some of the comments are kind of, they're fair, they're understandable. Um, but I just hope, because I think they said they filmed this like a year ago. I just hope that a year on, she can kind of take a little bit more accountability for her part in it. I feel like whenever he tries to talk in it, whenever he tries to express his emotions or how he's feeling, she always trumps his, and she always thinks her feelings are worthy or her feelings matter more than his, which is really weird. It's really a weird dynamic to kind of see play out on TV. Another thing as well, though, although what she did by mentioning his friend is wrong, I feel like she had to say it so that maybe the audience can kind of understand why she cares so much about his friend or why she's being so paranoid about his friend. So although I don't agree with it, I kind of understand why she did it. I don't know. I feel like he was making it a really big deal, and I was like, well, one of your best friends who's a woman you slept with. That's kind of crazy. I'm sorry, but like that doesn't work. So I kind of understood her from that point of view. I don't know. I feel like because people don't like Chelsea, they're not being fair because no woman wants to start dating or getting engaged to a guy who slept with his best friend. That's weird. But yeah, their story was literally over within 5 minutes. She walked away, she cried, but I like how he stood his ground and he was like, no, we're not doing it. That's what's needed. Like, don't waste people's time. But anyway, so moving on to the other couple, we've got Amy. I always forget Amy's man's name. Is it Johnny? We've got Amy and Johnny. So they get married, and I feel like no one, I mean, first of all, amazing. It looks really, really good. But like everyone was expecting them to get married. They seem genuinely in love. And I think when I saw that she had his sister as part of her bridesmaids, I kind of knew they were gonna get married. It would be crazy to do that and say no. Um, and it feels like very mutual. It feels like they've got an understanding. It feels like they've got a connection. And I really, really hope they last. We need at least like one couple to like make it out. Um, and a few years ago we had Brett and Tiffany, obviously Lauren and Cameron, but we and Barnett and his wife, but we don't have a lot of successful lovers blind couples. So I feel like it would be nice if season 6 we had this couple. I really like Amy's dad. I said this in my last episode. I really like Amy's dad. He was so nice, so sweet, so caring. Johnny's sister was really nice. One thing I wish I had seen was kind of more interaction between like Amy and Johnny's friends and Johnny's friends and Amy, just to see how they kind of mesh a bit more, but you can tell they mesh really well. Not really much to say about them, to be honest. When she told AD she was 98% positive he was going to say yes, it's kind of like 100%, isn't it? Like, you're going to say yes. But I feel like their kind of like wedding part was literally the last 10 minutes of the episode. Most of the episode was spent on AD. Oh my God. It was spent on AD and Clay. Oh, guys, I don't know. There's just so much to say. I literally have got so many notes, but I don't. I feel tired. I feel exhausted by Clay. Um. Okay, so I want to start off. by when he met up with his dad. So when his dad came to see him in his, I don't know, in his room before he was getting ready, I found their conversation so empty. The dad didn't ask, are you ready to get married? How do you feel about AD? Are you in love? Let's talk about the actual marriage or like AD. They just talked about themselves, how they used to run track, how they were like all American, whatever that means. It was kind of like, okay, let's like, this is not about you guys. This is not about how amazing you guys are. I feel like it's about the wedding, it's about the love, it's about a marriage. And the dad, because he wasn't a good husband, he literally did not have any words to like impart on his son. And I found that really sad. I was like, this conversation is so empty. Like, where's the substance? They're just talking and talking and talking and talking, but there's no actual substance. Um, and Clay is exactly like his dad, unfortunately. I'm sure he's got some good traits as well, but I feel like he said this as well. The whole like, oh, you look good. Oh, you look nice. Doesn't really matter. Let's get to some substance. Like, I wasn't a good I may have been a good dad, but I wasn't a good husband to your mom. This is how you could be a good husband. This is my advice for you. Like, let's break the cycle. The dad did not have the language to be able to express himself. And I found that really weird. I found both of them really selfish and self centered. Um, yeah, it was just really off putting. And what else did I want to say about the Clay's dad? And AD keeps talking about how he's like a leader and she wants like him to protect and provide. But from everything we're seeing, she's leading everything in terms of the relationship. So I don't know why she keeps saying that. Like, what's the point? Let's stop pretending that you've got this kind of traditional relationship because you don't. And I feel like just because you name it that traditional or like he's a leader and you want to be submissive, but that's not the dynamic that they've got. And it's really weird how she keeps like emphasizing that when we can see clear as day, she's the one who's leading everything emotionally, kind of conversation wise, their relationship. What does it, I mean, yeah, he may have a good job and he may make money, but more is required for a man to be able to lead rather than just him having multiple sources of income. Like what else does Clay bring to the table? I know AD thinks he's really good looking. He's okay to me. He walks. I don't know if you guys saw this. He walks with his legs like this. His feet like point outwards when he walks. That's just something I noticed. Anyway, so we get to like so okay, we get to the like fast forward. They've both got ready. Adie's mom is really sweet. She gave her something from her grandma or something. That was nice. I noticed when Clay was talking, I think he was talking to his like groomsmen. He was like, I can tell she really loves me. She will fight for me. She's patient with me. It's like me, 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 me. I. He's so selfish. And I don't think he even realizes it. Like, bro, go to therapy. Stop talking about going to therapy and like book an appointment. You've got the money, make an appointment. Like, let's stop talking about it. Let's do some action. Like, talking about something is not enough. Talking about something does not equate to doing it. Stop saying I need therapy and go and get therapy if you know you need it. So what else did I want to say? Um Yeah, I didn't like some of the stuff he was saying to his dad about I'm used to big stages. It was just all about him. I don't know. I just found it really, really embarrassing. Obviously when she got to the altar, he was like, okay, body. And it's like, oh, this is so cringe. Like I can't, they don't talk properly. Like they're adults. I think they're both in their 30s. They talk like they're on TikTok or they talk like they're texting. Your wife does not come to the altar and you say, okay, body. Oh my God, like, oh, it was so cringe. I can't deal with it. And the moment like everyone has been raving about is the conversation between where's the picture? Clay's mom and Clay's dad, where she in a very nice way in a very you know, classy way. She read him. I think the conversation was really good. It was obviously long, long, long overdue. And I really feel like Clay's dad, like, I don't know, it almost seems like no one has ever like spoken to him. Like, who holds men accountable? Because it just feels like he was like, oh yeah, my dad wasn't there for me. You're 60 or 70. Like, when are we gonna work through this? Um, and I think it was really important that the mum kind of let him know, like, this is a generational thing. The way Clay's feeling is because of the role model that he had, and you need to now do better. One, Clay's dad needs to speak to him frankly. Two, Clay's dad probably needs therapy as well. Three, Clay needs therapy. You know, there's so many things that need to happen before this man can say he's ready for marriage. And I found it really, 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 really unfair how he keeps saying, I'm not ready, I don't know if I'm ready for marriage. I've got things I need to work on. Why did you sign up for the show? Who told you to go on Love is Blind? That's why I have to assume you only did it for like clout or for attention, because why are you on Love is Blind? I wouldn't go on Love is Blind because I know, one, I wouldn't get married to someone after 4 weeks or after 6 weeks, however long it is. So I wouldn't sign up. But you can't sign up for something and say, I'm not ready, and like hold your hands up, like, oh my God, I'm not ready. Please stay with me. And AD, oh my God, when she let him kiss her after he said no at the altar, what were you doing? That was so annoying. I was like, AD, have some boundaries, hold your ground. If you're upset, say you're upset. If you don't want him to kiss you, don't let him kiss you. If you want him to leave, don't let him in. Like, what are we doing? Because this is the thing, people will only treat you what you allow. So if he keeps coming around and being like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, AD, I don't want to go. It's like, what is this? I just find it so frustrating. And I think it was a little bit triggering, to be honest, like watching someone go against themselves, or go against their better interest just to make him feel better about himself so that he doesn't feel guilty. But it's like, she told you, if you said no at the altar, we're not going to have a relationship afterwards. So what does he think? Why does he keep saying, like, it doesn't mean I'm saying no to you? You are saying no to her. That's the premise of the show, sir. Why did you sign up for the show? It's just so frustrating, so annoying. I was irritated. Um, yeah, honestly, Love is Blind, I don't know. So we've got the reunion coming up on Wednesday. I've seen some pictures on there. People look good. I think Chelsea, okay. She looks very angry. She looks very angry there. And then I think Barnett. Oh, the thing is Nick and Vanessa really going to ask the questions that we all want to know? This is the question that I want to know. Chelsea, what's the name of your therapist? Jimmy, how are you best friends with someone you slept with? What's his girl's name? Brittany was cool. Brittany was cool. Kenneth, what happened? Like, how did you go from hot and cold? Like, what happened? Why did you gaslight her? Did production maybe cut some things out that we didn't see? Because it seemed like you went from really liking her 1 minute to like disliking her, or I don't know, it was so weird. Um, okay, what kind of questions do you want to know? I would ask, is it Sarah Ann? Is that her name? Sarah Ann? Why would you go after a man who's engaged? Why not wait for him to like finish the engagement if the relationship is gonna end, and then come and talk to you? Kind of like what Zach did with Bliss. Wait for him to like figure that situation out first before you come on. Jess, did you come on here just for the bit of fame? Did you come on here to get some Instagram likes? Jeremy, I don't know. I have no questions for him. He's a mess. Yeah, I don't like him. I wonder if Laura's there as well, because that'll be interesting. Laura gives me like, she'll just be like, no, I'm not coming, I'm not turning up, I don't want to deal with it. So we'll see. I'm really, really interested, one, for the reunion, but I want to see if Nick and Vanessa actually ask the questions that the audience want to know. Like, we've got questions. But anyway, guys, if you've got questions that you would want to hear from Nick and Vanessa, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it because it's about to be interesting. AD, I saw some pictures as well. AD looked really, really, really good. For AD, I don't know. I just for AD, I just feel like she's a beautiful girl. Obviously, her body's amazing. Um, but I think it shows that none of that stuff really matters unless you love yourself. Like, you can look amazing, but self-love comes from within. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye.